Hey, greetings, everybody. All right. I'm glad. Thank you for being here. As for another day of pre-market analysis, we have 8 concurrent viewers. I'm not sure about the so-called playbacks, but for those who are here, let's say hello to Miss Marcy, who I see in the live chat. I have something to take care of on here. Let's just jump straight into it. Right? It has been a one of those weeks with just some stuff just doing a very wild move. So this morning for our Discord room, I entered about let's say almost 40 minutes ago. I gave them information on how we want to be trading the stock that has just been giving and giving and giving all week long. So none other than Baidu. Yeah, I mean, I urge everybody. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? You have got to be able to trade puts. Yeah, the puts on Baidu between yesterday was Thursday. Between Wednesday and yesterday, uh, you cannot tell me that looking at that chart, you find it difficult. And guess what? They're continuing today in pre-market much earlier. As we are approaching right now, it's 8:56 Eastern time in New York and in Toronto, 5:56 a.m. here Pacific time in Southern California, where I'm coming to you live for this stock market technical analysis. So yes, I need to correct the Bado GangstA trade for trader. This thing's going to be wild, folks. Yeah. So I think the reason, thank you for the feedback, beautiful Gates, about that, not about the second part of which that you said, but about the feedback on on Badu being incomplete. So yeah, I think I use a couple of vertical pipes, and then for Discord that doesn't show that text. So let's type it on here. Basically, it's a guessing game. Trust me, I have no idea whatsoever what Baidu is going to be doing, what price is going to be opening, because Baidu was up in pre-market much earlier, like was up like 7%. Now, folks, it's down 7% at 189. So by the time we are done, even by the time we just to open in 30 minutes or so, or by the time we are done for this day, it's anybody guess what it is. So why net are there? So, but in any case, I know I will be trading Baidu. Why? Because it's moving. That's all I care. So, meaning if the GangstA trade do not get me a feel, fine. I think I will manage to read a chart and determine bullish or bearish direction, because this type of action, I don't recall the last time I've seen something like this. I mean, this is a 200, what was it, $350 stocks recently, right? So, and now for reason, I mean, I read afterwards. Yesterday when I was trading it, if you were not with us yesterday, you may have seen either in our Discord room, or I even posted a tweet this morning. We took Badu was one of our trade alerts from last Thursday. So yes, our AI, let's credit our AI. It's smart enough to know that this was supposed to happen. Wink, wink. No, I'm joking. But yesterday, while this thing was just going, I decided to showcase something. So put $14, 1 4 into 185, put way out of the money. I mean, I wish I kept them. I wish I kept them, because how much will they be worth now? $14, the 14 cents per contract, and that turned into $2.20. And then this morning, this thing is opening at 190. So from 190, my friend, so I'm literally, it's meaning a move of 10% here is it's nothing. But implied volatility is going to be so big, it will not be funny. I mean, you can start checking it now for some of your brokers. So what am I looking for on here? So the Baidu March 26, 220, 225 calls for 5-10 cents, because that's the opposite direction. Yeah, we don't want to overpay for them. Yes, all my beats on the call side are gonna be for 5-10 cents. I'm not giving a penny more. If I don't get it, I will pick the strike price that matches that matches my price. Absolutely. So meaning if this thing reverse, I would like to turn those 5-10 cents into $1, a couple of dollars. That's how. Should they decide to continue on the downward direction, I don't even know. Right now, I'm picking 150, 155 puts for 20, 15 cents. Again, I want to control how much of that, because it's one thing to when a stock is moving like this, it's giving us a range large enough to be able to pick way out of the money contract. It's Friday expiration, so it's going to be a day trade, right? All of the GangstA trade that you're trading today, they're day trade. So hopefully that's corrected in there for everybody in the Discord. So long story short, I mean, I could just tell everybody, okay, thank you, have a great day. Yeah, I mean, because this market this week has so far has just been wow. Not everything has worked, but the trade that have worked, I mean, yeah, outstanding. Our GangstA from yesterday, was it? Yeah, Thursday was on Nike. I was speaking with a trader in the coaching live coaching session after hours, and we were reflecting. Oh, will this stock going to move? I mean, we have the 132 calls on Nike, right? We have a few of them. So it's trading currently at 130, 140. So let's see how that transpires. So definitely that's a stock to look for to. Let's just go here and spend time. Let's look at the daily chart of Baidu, and realistically, because there's no notion of realistically. The only thing that the teaching opportunity here for you and I is this much. When a stock start making moves like this one on the 24th of March, yeah, Wednesday, these are prime candidates for overnight swing trade. We have talked about that, how to identify this, right? We made a video on this, and I'm still having questions on YouTube. It's difficult maybe to search when somebody gets onto your YouTube channel to search, but if you search for the word swing trade on Successful Trading YouTube channel, chances are should find at least two to three videos. One of which shows you how we set up our swing trade, meaning how we hedge. And the second is actually how to find the trade. And I believe we said that for us, one way, if you don't have access to an trade alert system, that gives you that as part of the strategy like we do here at Successful Trading. That one way to do so is at the end of the day, go to FinViz. It doesn't matter if you have the free version, because the feedback that we have been getting is that, hey, the view on FinViz for the free version is maybe 15-minute delay. That's fine. I mean, whatever, if something is moving plus 15%. This stock on here that you're looking at, Vuzi, traders who were with us in coaching session this past weekend, they can attest of this, right? It was live during the coaching session that I came here to illustrate that point, or whatever that we were doing, coming here to do on FinViz. And Vuzi was the top stock on the bullish side on Friday, last Friday. So I said, okay, that led us into analyzing Vuzi. If you remember yesterday, I was sharing that, hey, we did some type of quantitative analysis here, looking at the past to trying to determine the typical behavior of Vuzi when it's trying to attack the upper Bollinger. And lo and behold, the calculation that we made using this range, this delta, we did an average of these three dynamic range. So $6, $9, and $13, as you saw. There is a tool here in TradingView that helps you measure that price range. That's what those blue things are on here. So when we average that, we said, okay, they're about 20. It didn't do that 2 days ago. It went to 23 as the low. This morning, because of an offering, second offering, the stock is gapping down big. It's giving up. It's much lower than what it was the other day. So, and it's starting literally exactly at the exponential moving average 20, the green line on our chart, on the daily chart that you're looking at. So let's see what transpires out of that. So the beauty of this trade is that it's expired April 16. The Vuzi only has more peak expiration, so meaning we can relax. We don't have too much pressure like managing a trade on Baidu from 14 cents to $2.20. So that's how you go about setting up overnight trade. And overnight trade, that's a strategy by its own. Just tell yourself, okay, if something moves big in either direction, yeah, the question is, what will it do the next day? Will it carry that momentum, or will it switch? In the case of Vuzi, for instance, these two big candles on here, sell-off candles, because they are red, right? They were followed by a big green one, reversal. In the case of Baidu, this is Baidu on here. Now the question is, where's the support? There was some semblance of support at this level, because how do we know? Look at the number of touches exactly at 192. Let me. These are all printed out for us. These were buy points because at the time it was a breakout out of a long consolidation range, easy for me to say. Yeah, Bado may be looking to go back there, folks. I mean, this we're talking about high 140s or thereabouts. How long? But please, whatever happens at the end of the day today, I want you to set up a swing trade for Baidu for next week. So meaning just save some capital, whatever that you're doing. In the last 5 minutes of the trading session, set up. We will try to give you a strike price for our subscribers because this stock is moving. So we don't want to be whatever happened today. We don't want this to be gapping up next week. I don't know, by some crazy amount to say, oh geez, that trade was easy. No, we're going to strangle it at the close. So hopefully this on here on Baidu when the stock is doing something like this, just like people who are trading GME, yeah, they hung in there, and GME it came down to 120 in the earnings, and I believe this morning, Lord behold, GME is trading at what? A whooping $200. Not too shabby, but it's just for in the case of GME, 204 to be more precise, from 120 2 days ago. That's the type of US equity market that you are trading. So they're definitely just crazy. So hopefully, wow, we have 19 viewers. Okay, beautiful guys. I would like you to if you want to keep the statistic of the number of concurrent viewers, remember the comment that you made for me in private, the second comment, right? How does it correlate to the fact that we have 20 concurrent viewers? I want you to be my chief marketing officer. That's something there between us. We communicate on here. We have a lot of people traders supporting us on here. 20 concurrent viewers. What's going on? Where are they coming from? All right, so let's say hello properly to everybody in here, as it is currently 1:06 p.m. in the beautiful city of London, across the pond. Yeah, I promise it. Every single day we give shout out to London. So welcome, Mr. Eric, Mr. Paul. Good morning, Mr. Andrew. Glad to have you, sir. Oh yeah. We know. My prayers are with you, my friend. We understand each other. Sometimes I say things in private because I speak with these traders, so we're able to say things. If you don't understand, that's fine. Just between us. Under Mr. Nick, that's one of our London resident expert. Mr. Alex, good afternoon. It's what time is it in Abuja? It's 2 p.m. It's 2:07 p.m. I think they have 1 hour offset with London. Where Mr. T, I like the name. Yeah, that's the name. Mr. T in our Discord room. And oh yeah, that's so grateful. For a look at CCIV for next week. CCIV for next week. All right, let's do that. Let's do CCIV. Then we have at least one other GangstA trade. I try really to limit the number of GangstA trade, which makes me make it a very difficult decision, because every morning when I come in, stocks are moving. So I have to make that pick and then second guessing myself that, oh my goodness. And we have Miss Lorraine. Glad to have you back, Miss Lorraine. I kid you not, I was thinking of you the other day because we never got to see Miss Lorraine in our Discord room. I don't know if it was a miss. I sent so many emails with an invitation to our Discord room, but glad to see you back on board. And a day such as this, right? Well, we have our highest number of concurrent viewers. Unbelievable, just unbelievable. So let's blah till let's go do the job. CCIV is one of those SPAC. I still have not made that video on SPAC. Special purpose acquisition companies. That's what they are. They don't sell any type of product. Their sole job is to find candidates that wants to go public, companies that want to go public, and they merge with them. That's a new concept that's taking the US stock market into a new frenzy, because going through the IPO route, it takes more time, yeah, and companies need to show the SEC a lot. So whereas by going through the route of going public to the right of a SPAC, it's remove some of the lengthy process and scrutiny that comes with that. So that's short and sweet there on what SPAC are. But I mean, for me, I don't trade stock because it's SPAC or anything. Trust me, I hate trading stock because they are trendy. Yeah, I know that's a weakness of buying, meaning you will never see me chasing the GME of the like. I really like to follow on consistent strategy, because what if the day come when that stock is no longer trending? So a stock like CCIV, I mean, yeah, I missed out on this breakout, went to 60, then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, right? A stock trade at $64, and then all of a sudden, boom. I am not a big fan. This one, from a technical perspective, it hasn't been doing much lately. Lately mean from since for a whole month, this stock has been stuck in range between $23 and $32 if we are really honest on here. I mean, $8 move, you will think that normally $8 move is enough to be tradable, but not for this stock. Why? Because the option, the implied volatility is so huge, basically. So if somebody you have been trading this, I mean, this, let's say maybe you started here on March the 8th, the date that I'm showing maybe from March the 8th when it was at 22 low, and then you went to 32. Okay, and it took it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. 9 days. I don't know what's the return on that, but I know that in 90 minutes, now I'm gonna be using the. I can turn $14 into $200 or SPY. Let not even go on Bible. SPY, we know that Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, SPY, it takes 30 minutes to get a decent return. So this stock is not moving that much as of now. It's going sideways. I mean, as you can see, it's recent. The IPO for this one was January 11, 2021, and it went as most stock. They go that initial enthusiasm go put in a high. So now it's trying to find its way. It's slightly bearish on here. So there is some distance though to go all the way down. So as of now, the trend on here is bearish. So from the timeline of next week, if you're asking me that question, because that was a question, so TEDx go ahead, please answer the question. Here's the weekly chart, right? So if we want to answer, where the stock is going the next week, the least we can do is to look at the weekly chart. The last 4 weeks, as we can see here, a tight range on here of trading. So the ATR from a weekly basis have been here, let's say, $7 the previous week. This week so far, between the low and the high, about $6, the same, about close to $6 and something, and we still have a day left. The week before that, 22 to 28, $6. So the weekly range here has been $6. There are $6, $7 thereabouts. So meaning, if you must absolutely, for me, I wouldn't trade this at this time in either direction, because it's just doing nothing. Then you can take a plus 10 minus $10 in each direction, which, let's say, from this point on, so 35 calls. I don't know if it has weekly options though. So if you're asking me for next week, I'm guessing that it has weekly options. So 35 calls and about let's say 15 puts, just to run the number of 16, 15 puts. So that's how what I'm seeing on CCI. Not much movement for the time being, and looking for direction on here. We are not so sure that support is in, because this is a stock that was worth a month ago for following its IPO. It started in the 10s, so $12 there, but currently it's trading at double of that. All right, so hopefully that gives you some perspective as we say hello to Jelu. Jelu and I, we have a meeting tonight. Yes, it's Friday, so we have a one-on-one coaching session. Glad to have you on board. Mr. Don, thank you, sir. How are things going on your side? Okay. Any other stock that there are plenty of stock that are moving, folks. I'm not sure of the direction of the market, because we didn't do the SPY, QQQ, and all IWM. So maybe quickly on here before we give you our second GangstA trade of the day on this Friday, March the 26th. The month of March is already over. Amazing. So let's quickly take a look at SPY in relation to its moving average, what direction that they are taking it. So SPY here, according to TradingView, is slightly gapping up this morning. So I mean 0.3%. That's not much. Just above the EMA 8, which is the yellow line on here. So here, I mean, they can definitely. I mean, we are not really bearish per se, because we are above at least the green line, the moving average there. But it's not as if we're oozing with bullishness either, right? Here's what's going on here. The last 4 candles of this week so far, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, Telex, thank you for telling people that the week starts with a Monday and Friday today. We can read it as actually bearish, because it has been putting in lower low values. Yeah, and the lower highs as well. So today is actually, could it be bucking the trend today? Then it puts in a much higher close. So a much higher close, we will be looking like 394 and so forth to really recover, to really become fully bullish. I was looking for a better way to describe it on here. So this is meaning, because when we see this ring candle, sometimes we could be into false idea. No, these 4 candles on here, each day we were posting a lower low, meaning that if you were trading this starting on Monday and you stayed on that trade, you would have gone up from Monday close at 392 to yesterday low at 383. That's 10 points. Yeah. So meaning, yeah, you have made more money than somebody who had gone long during that span of 4 days. So we see green candles, we see numbers that have been posted. So that's that on SPY. QQQ is starting flat. QQQ is like one of those problem child. So this is what we drew when we redraw this a couple of days ago. This reverse pattern on here, I will not be surprised, folks, if QQQ is to go to the lower Bollinger. That's currently stand at 302. So how do we, can from here read the last 3 candles? Or, yeah, because the first one on Monday, the 22nd, was, the high was about the same, but lower lows, lower low, lower highs. And we are starting flat, thereabouts on here, or, yeah, just slightly, just smidge in the red. So, that's trade accordingly, trade accordingly. Definitely, we closed yesterday below both the green and the yellow line, exponential moving average 20 and exponential moving average 8 respectively. So that's on there. Very quickly, IWM, same scenario. A series, last 4 days, a series of lower lows. So today is one of those first days where we're bucking the trend a little bit. Even though there was a gap up on Wednesday on here, all right, from that low, it opened much lower. So today, it has to tell us something. Now the slope of that yellow line changed slightly yesterday. Yeah, the slope, we're talking about the slope of the EMA changed slightly yesterday. So will it be flattening and turning back up? They can do that. Here it is. They have done it here. Yeah, they can do that. They have done it here. Well, so for me, actually knowing this, that's the thing. So meaning that for next week, should we close, if we close above that yellow line today, 221, which is nothing for these guys. They can't do it like that. Yeah, because yesterday, if you follow the session, IWM was down yesterday minus 1% at some point. Yeah, and then rallied all the way to plus 273. So I have my eyes all over this one for next week. It may not be straightforward, but you know how to roll, right? So we are going to be patient. If it gives us a direction today, we definitely trade that direction. But should they even try, let's say, something in the 212 and then stay steady there? The last 2 hours of the trading session, expect one of those melt up. That's the algo they specialize in. They love doing that late. So for both SPY, IWM, I mean QQQ as well, but they're going to be my my 2 candidates for late run in either direction. So expiration is today. So that's the perspective. So one last stock on here that's moving in pre-market, and I will be remiss not to mention that one. NEO. Here's a chart of NEO. Doesn't it look like the chart of QQQ? So NEO yesterday wasn't doing. I mean, it was recovering from that gap down. The trend is definitely bearish with the EMA pointing down. All right, as the first line of resistance on here. So about that's a long way, well, 40 thereabout. But this morning, I think the news that came in that they were shutting down their factory for 5 days because of shortage in chips. What I've noticed in pre-market is that support has been around 35. Yeah, that $35 that you see right now, thereabout. So if they establish support on there, you can expect it to run. If it breaks below 35, then all bets are off. So in that case, we are looking at this low that you and I, we traded, remember, March the 5th when we did a full day live. So NEO is definitely interesting on here. It went as low as 34.80 in pre-market and now has been hovering at 35.55. We were fortunate yesterday that we took a short a starter position at 37 puts on it yesterday. So we would like to cash that money on here this put that in the bank at first, and then see what's the GangstA trade with a smaller risk give us for the rest of the day. All right, so Neo, Badu, pretty much, and then late in the day, IWM, SPY, those are our main focus for the day. That's how we would like to make money today. Okay, and as I was about to close the show, just typing a stock, meaning that translation for, hey, look at this stock. So Mr. Paul is asking for LRCX, LRCX, LRCX. So what does the chart of LRCX tells us? This is Lam Research. Yeah, this is one of those cheap companies, right? This chart sideways. That's my first thing when I'm looking at it. What is the overall view? So the overall view here is that the stock is neutral. It's not giving us any bearishness or, well, yesterday dipped below the moving average. Then it recovered. The low yesterday was 525, and then it recovered all the way to 528. So rallies. But we have been seeing a lot of those type of candle lately. I mean, you can scalp definitely in this type of thing. So as of now, no direction whatsoever looking at the daily chart. Exactly at that support level. Same thing on here on the weekly. The support is, the closest support is the exponential moving average on here, and it's above that. This is a strong stock, right? This is a very strong stock in the past that you can see how often it has stayed above the exponential moving average 20. So here it cooled off a little bit from a recent, this was February, the week of February the 16th. The stock was trading at $600 and then cooling off here at about 548. So it's one of those that there is really no reading it. If we try, let's say, if you had to ask me, for me, seeing on here that the MAC ID, something else, moving average conversion divergence, it's now dipping below its signal. That somehow may signal some bearish, but it has support on here. It still has support on here. So let's look at that MACD on the daily chart as well. If anything, actually, it's showing that it's recovering. It's about to recover on the bullish side. So it's one of those wait and see approach. But on a given day like this one, we know how to trade this one. Any type of stock. We teach you that here at Successful Trading. Bullish above VWAP posting high highs, bearish below VWAP posting lower lows. It's simple enough, but that's really all we know how to do. We like to keep it, use the KISS rule, keep it simple and sweet. Thank you, everybody. Have a sweet, enjoyable weekend, and we hope to see you on the next episode. Thank you. Bye-bye.